Hi guys, it's Arran again, and today I am here reviewing another amazing product from Ben's Workshop. Yes, I am blatantly plugging the guy, by the way. Now, this character's Power Rangers Wild Force, or if you're going by the Japanese show, Gal Ranger. Sorry guys. And what this character is it's Zenoku. I have wanted this figure since I first saw that he was doing them. So I brought this, or Mum got this one for me, because I got two anyway. So I got two in the set. I got this one that my mum paid for, and I got the Lunar Wolf Ranger Merrick, which is the one I paid for. But Zenoku is one of my favourite bad guys from Power Rangers Wild Force. Just because I think the character itself was amazing, the story arc they did for him was amazing, and then basically the story arc carried on for several episodes in the season, and then eventually he gets turned back into the Lunar Wolf Ranger Merrick, because he was buried in... He put on... Let me explain the story really quick. So the Animaria was under attack by Master Org. And the only Animus had been destroyed. So the only way that Merrick could think of destroying Master Org and saving the Five Wild Swords and Princess Shayla was to find the Cursed Wolf Mask, which is in the layer of the Org General Nazor, or Nazor, sorry. So he put on the mask, defeated Master Org, but after a while the mask had kind of turned him completely evil, and basically he didn't know who he was at that point. Well, he did know who he was, but he was Zenoku. And the ancient warriors, who were his friends, had to lock him up in a tomb, as they called it, for 3,000 years. And he was locked up in that tomb for 3,000 years, and when he got released, all he wanted was revenge. So anyway, I'll give you a turnaround of the box. What's cool about this box, I will give you a turnaround in a minute, is it's the tomb. Basically the box has been made to look like the tomb. So you can see it's got the chains around it and the padlock. again, I will give you a turnaround. And on certain times the light would shine on it, which is what you see at the top there, which does look like two eyes, by the way. But yeah, I absolutely love the design of the box. I really do. And I will say that Ben's workshop makes everything custom made here. Nothing is made by other people, it's just made by the two guys that work for Ben's workshop, because what's crazy, guys, is there's only two of them. So anyway, I'll give you a turnaround now of the box. And the box isn't textured, by the way. It looks it, but it's not. So as I said, you can see on the front of the tomb. Coming around to the side, you can see the chains just like you can on the front. Sorry guys. And coming around to the back, now it tells you about who made the figure and what it's made out of and stuff, which is awesome. It really is. And then coming around to the other side, you can see the chains again. Oh, it's like the chain gang here. Sorry guys, I had to jack that in. And there's also some barcodes on the box that you can scan, and it will take you to his socials. And you also get some, or I did anyway, I got some bonus bits. I'm not saying you will get them, I got them and I will explain. But yeah, he makes all these boxes himself, and this is a 12-inch figure, 160L, which is 12-inch. So that's another thing I love about this, is the sheer size. But yeah, I absolutely love this box. So let's take the sleeve off now. So just quickly, before I give you a turnaround of the box, I'm just going to explain one thing. So you may be asking yourself, or you ask me probably in the comments, is why they call themselves Ben's Workshop. And the reason they do that is to basically it's easier for them, because and for other people to understand, because obviously they're from Vietnam, so they call themselves after something that's easy to search for, basically. So also another thing, people are probably going to ask me, because they asked me in my last one, why he's not called Zenoku and why he's called Wolf Demon. So there's two answers to this. One, he's probably not allowed or doesn't have a license to use Zenoku. So that could be one reason, and also he could also be called Wolf Demon in Gal Ranger. So that could be the reason why. Anyway, I'll give you a turnaround in a sec. So, as you can see, it's got him on the front, Zanoko on the front, which I love, I really do. And the cool thing about Ben's Workshop is they actually put the figure that you are buying on the front as the picture of the box, which is very cool thing to do. So, as I said, the picture on the front of the box, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So I will give you a turnaround of the box now. And again, there are barcodes on this box that you can scan that will take you to his socials. Sorry guys. So, as I said, front of the box looked absolutely incredible. Coming around to the side, it says Wolf Demon on the side of the box. Coming around to the front of, to the back of the box. There's nothing on the back, it's just black on the back. Try saying that fast. And also it says on that side of the box 1/6 scale action figure, and it actually says it on this side actually as well. So it does say 1/6 scale action figure, which is 12 inches, or 12 inch rather. And I'm quite good with my size on scales of figures, so I know I'm correct on this. Granted, I did check on my last video just to make sure. And right at the top of the box here it says Ben's Workshop. Ben's Workshop VPN. I don't know what the VPN stands for, or VP. And like I said, on the side of the box it says Wolf Demon. I will say, and I will explain this a bit more in a minute. I'll stop it now, it's facing the front, guys. I will say that one of my bits from this did come broken, which we were able to fix, but he also sent out a replacement for it free of charge. And that's one of the things I really like about the guys at Ben's Workshop. So the guys at Ben's Workshop, if there's any issues, you can message them and they will resolve your problem for you, and they will do it free of charge. On the first figure I got, I had one broken arm cuff. So we messaged him, said what's happened. We suggested that he make sorry guys, makes the cuffs a bit thicker so they don't break easily, which he has done, and he sent me out a replacement pair of gloves, not gloves, sorry, cuffs. In fact, he actually sent me out 2 pairs, so I've got 1 spare pair. And again, that was really nice of him, or them. I keep saying him because I only deal with the main person. But I do know there's one other person that works with the main person. And he replaced it, the arm cuff, which I'm very, very happy about. And not only that, it arrived with me on the, if I remember correctly, on the following Monday. So I contacted him on the Thursday, and it arrived with me on the Monday. Let's get him out of the box and I'll show him to you. So here he is, guys. I've got him out of the box. He looks phenomenal. Sorry, more phenomenal. But he is absolutely incredible. Really is. Very well built. I love him, I really do. He will go really well with the other figure I've got, which is the Lone Wolf Ranger. And you do get a stand with him, which I didn't realise because I didn't actually ask for the stand. And it's one of those ones that basically, for lack of a better term, goes in between the crotch. Now, I'm probably, the black stands I normally use normally have a waist bit that can go around the figure. However, I'm probably just going to use this stand for him because, as you can see, he's got quite a chunky body, so I don't think that the black stands with the bit that goes around the waist will work on him because he's got quite a chunky body. I'll give you a turnaround in a sec. I will explain more about this in the ratings as well. So I was the first one to actually order the redesigned version of him. I love him, I really do. He's phenomenal. He really is phenomenal. More phenomenal. So there's been 2 versions of him. The V1, meaning version 1, and the V2, which is the one I have. So the version 2, which is the one I have, V2. And I love him, I really, really do. And I absolutely love this thing, I really do. one of the things I really, really love about him is, well, there's two, is the cape, the bottom part of his cape/coat, because it kind of is a bit like a coat, is on a wire, so you can bend it to where you want it to be, basically. And the other thing I really, really love about him is the head. The head sculpt is incredible, absolutely incredible. And the cool thing with me being the first one to get the V2 is I got asked whether I wanted the, how do I put this, the plastic fur, if you like, the fur that is just solid, or whether I wanted the, not real fur, but the fur that feels like real fur, if that makes sense. So I chose for the kind of real fur, if you like, even though it's not real fur. And I think it just makes it look even more screen accurate, because on the show he has the real fur. Or it's actually fake fur, but it feels like real fur, if that makes sense. So I chose to have that, and I'm really glad I did. And yeah, anyway, I'll give you a turn around of him now. He just looks phenomenal. The suit is incredible. I love all the kind of spiky bits. Even the boots are incredible. Here's the like cape bit here, coming around to the back. And the built up top piece that's on the suit is absolutely phenomenal, really is. I really do love him. And he did come with the stand. It's one of the ones that basically goes in between the crutch, for lack of a better term. And I'm really not going to try and use my black ones on this, because I don't think it will go around his waist. You can see like the little crystal in his belt, and his eyes are incredible. They really, really are. Even the silver on him looks incredible. So as I said, I'm probably not going to use the stands I normally use, you know, the black ones, because there's kind of two things. One, I don't think it'd go around his waist because of the way it's built. And two, I find with him, the kind of clear stand kind of suits him well. However, if you wanted to do like a flying through the air kind of pose like he does do sometimes on the show, then I probably would use one of those stands. But yeah, I love him, I really do. One thing I will say though is be careful of him, because it's kind of two things. There are some really sharp, well, not some really sharp bits on him. There are some really sharp bits on him, specifically the horn, which, by the way, doesn't come attached to him. You have to attach it yourself. And a couple of other bits that are really sharp on him. And also the head itself doesn't come attached to the figure. It's in the box with the figure, but it's not attached. And I think the reason for that is so the head doesn't snap off and do like permanent damage. I'll tell you something about the actual showing the accessories as well. In the ratings, sorry. So let's move on to the accessories, and trust me guys, he has a lot. So I'll show you the accessories first, now I'll show you these bits. So we've blue tacked them into the back of the box because, well, there's kind of two reasons. One, because of the high riser is black and the weapons are black, so it wouldn't show. And two is also on the white, it's kind of easier to see. Now, I'm not going to give you a turnaround of these because you'll just see the other side of the box, which you've already seen. I have a couple of different crescent moon boomerangs. Easy for me to say. Not. Two of them are open. The two that are open are the same length. But the reason I have two that are open is because one of them was the broken one that me and my mum found this special glue for and mended, and then the other one was the one that Ben's Workshop replaced for free. And he has 4 sets of hands, but 5 if you include the one that is on him. And you get the closed crescent boomerang, or crescent blade as he called it, because when it's open it's a crescent boomerang, and then when it's closed it's a crescent blade. And you get the flute that he plays and also calls the Dark Wild Swords with. And the cool thing is, not only do you get the flute, it also has the crystals inside of the little flute. Now, what I will say is, you can't see the animal you can't see the animals in the flute because it's just coloured balls, because trying to get the animals in something that small would be very difficult. Well, that's the accessories that are in there. But I'll show you these other bits I have. So, I'm going to leave the bonus bits I got till last. So what you get with him when you first open the box is this incredible picture, which is absolutely insane, and it's him with the crescent boomerang standing in front of the moon. Yes, I think it's a crescent boomerang. Yes, it is. This thing is awesome. I really do love this. But it also says on it, hang on, let me turn it towards me and read it. It also says, which you can see, it's not a toy, it's an action figure. Which is true. But however, so you could consider this a toy for us older people, but officially it's not a toy. And then I'll show you what else you get. So you get a little thank you note from Ben's workshop, the guys at Ben's workshop, which is really nice. I can't remember, but I think this is actually the second one I've got of these, possibly the third, which is great. Again, it has barcodes down here that will take you to its socials, which is awesome. And if I flip it around, it just has the Ben's Workshop logo. And I've just noticed something, guys, actually, which I will turn it around and show you. Down, helps if my fingers are over it, down there, he's actually signed it, which I had only just noticed. He's actually signed it, which is great. It really is. And then the other thing you get is a business card, which I'm holding up the wrong way. There it goes. So you get a business card here that says Ben's Workshop on the front. And then if you flip it around to the other side, again it's a barcode to take you to his socials. And then I got this Cursed Wolf Mask key ring. So let me figure out why I'm holding this. There it goes. Oh, it's staying around the right way. Tell you what, guys, sorry. You get this key ring here, which is the Cursed Wolf Mask of Zenoku, which is awesome. Which actually I hope I don't have it stuck to my thumb. Which is awesome, and this is actually 3D printed, which is awesome, and it's so clean. It's so clean for a 3D print or a 3D printed thing. So it's very nicely painted. I love it. I really do. And if I turn it up like that, you can see the keyring parts. And then the last little gift I got from him was another keyring, which is the flute, the Zanoku flute. And this one does actually, I think, hold on, yeah, it does. This one does actually have like the crystals in it. So again, let me just preface this. I was not expecting. He told me he chucked one extra bonus thing in. I will put him back on the table now, and I will give you my ratings. I've got him back on the table. I've also left the weapons there. Now, to be honest with you, I am being a bit biased here because I love Zanoku. But I absolutely love this thing. I really, really do. My hands on this. And for me to have the first one of version 2 makes it even more special. Ratings on this is 10 out of 10. Absolutely love it. Now, some of you are probably going to say, why is it not getting a lower score because of the broken weapon? And there's a reason why I'm not giving it a lower score because of the broken weapon, is because of how far it came. These things happen, and because he has been so good with me at replacing the bits that are broken, I don't think it deserves to go down a score, because, and he has been so helpful with the issues I've had in the past. So no, I don't think this deserves a lower score at all. Yeah, 10 out of 10 for this. Absolutely love it. Really, really do. It's phenomenal, more phenomenal. Fun fact, just to let you guys know as well, in the middle of November 22nd, Philip Andrew, who is the guy that played Zanoku and Merrick Manatol, the Lunar Wolf Ranger, is coming to the UK to do a UK tour for the first time ever. And of course, when I found that out, not gonna lie, I screamed. So yeah, love this thing, 10 out of 10. Really do love it. And if you get a chance, go to I will put the link down below of where the Mitcham Con is. So if you want to go to this con on the 22nd of November, tickets are on sale now, and I will leave the links in the description below. 10 out of 10 on this. Highly recommend here this character, or I recommend any character from Ben's Workshop, to be fair. So anyway, I'll catch you in the next one, guys.